Okay, so now we're going to have a little look at reverse applique. And reverse applique is when you're creating a window to see the layer through that's underneath. So I've drawn a heart onto my fabric, and this is going to be my top fabric, and this is going to be the fabric that will sit underneath. So we'll come to that one in just a few moments. First thing that you need to do though is to create the aperture that you're going to be looking through. So once you've drawn your heart, you're just going to get your scissors and cut into the design. And we're going to cut roughly 1/4 of an inch away from that edge. Like so. And then what we're going to do is snip up to the line at intervals. Like so. And what we're next going to do is actually turn that fabric through. A little bit of best press can help because that will help with the actual fabric staying in place. Just let that set in just for a few moments. So what you can do is actually use the pattern itself as well. It's a little bit easier if it's on a piece of card, but I'm just going to cut that line, and we'll use this as almost like a turning guide. Okay. So then what we will do is we'll position that, and then what we need to do is encourage those pieces of fabric to come back over the pattern. So using your iron, pin it in place if you're wanting to, or just take the tip of the iron and fold the fabrics back over the pattern. If you don't want to use a pattern, then you can just fold them back along the line. So the idea being is all of those little notches that you've created, you're going to be folding that back. And just give it a press from the other side as well to get it to sit nice and flat, and just make sure that all of those pieces are tucked in. Just take a few minutes just to make sure that everything is all neat, like so. And then the idea is that that will sit on top of your other piece of fabric. And this is nice if you've got a particular area of the fabric that you're wanting to showcase, then you can pin it exactly where you need it to be. So again, just position it how you want it to sit. And then take your pins again. She says she's putting them away. Oh, there they are. There you go. So when you're happy with that, then you can take it back over to your sewing machine and stitch around that edge. So you can see that I've got my window of fabric showing through now, and I'm just going to do a straight stitch. You could use any stitch that you like for this, but just bear in mind that you have got a lot of pins as you're working your way around, so get ready to actually remove those when you get to them. I've also made my stitch quite small, so it's 1.5, so you need to make sure that you get it right, because you don't want to be unpicking those 1.5 millimeter stitches. So again, you're going to start with the needle down. I'm just going to raise the foot up and take out that first little pin that is going to be in the way there. And then using the centre of the foot, I'm going to use that as the line to work my way around. Now I've actually nudged the needle just 1.3 mil over, so it's just outside. You could go further if you wanted to, but I want it to be quite close to the edge of that fold line that I created. Again, you'll find yourself stopping and starting because of those pins. Oops. So there we go. There is our finished piece of reverse applique. So usually you would leave the fabric in place on the side, so you end up with a double layer. But I suppose if you did want to, you could trim that back, dependent on the result that you're looking for. But there you go.